Me and Evan and Leighton are here today to bring you joy and happiness and laughter.
We'll try.
Just us three today. Zach is still not here. Press is not here. Zach has not been on for a long time, and that's okay.
I know, I'm getting to the point to where, I kind of miss the lack of hair.
I think next time he's on, he's just a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
no.
feel like just a guest.
I know.
But this is really wobbly, Leighton. Leighton
So
gave me a
is this
wobbly
one.
mic.
I got a wobbly one too.
Oh, mine's secure.
Well,
Thank you, Leighton. I'm the favorite.
It's kind of like my life right now. You know?
We need Zach.
Like it is going all
We
over.
do.
You don't know where it's going.
Yeah, you
Like it's-
don't.
But it's, you
But
know.
it's stable.
Yeah, it's stable.
It's got
there.
like an undercarriage
I
that you
mean-
know it's going to be
Right.
reliable.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when it's like, oh, how are you doing in life? Oh, I'm fine. Then it's like, it shows how you're actually doing.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah.
wobbling all over the place.
Yeah. Last week, the time we're filming this, was a Super Bowl.
Very true.
Leighton was going for the 49ers. He's turned into a 49ers fan.
Yeah,
He kind of
I
has.
did.
How'd you feel?
I felt disappointed, but I'm not even going to lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
I really felt the entire time they were going to lose. I never
Really?
felt like they were going to win. Because even in my prediction, I said that
That's
it was
true.
going to be a good game.
I kept going up and
and
down.
the Chiefs were going to win.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the first half, it felt like, San Francisco had the ball the whole first half.
That's like
and
a
it felt like
curse.
Kansas City didn't really do too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and it felt like San Francisco was more in control and had the better half. But despite that, it was like, 10-3 or something like
At
that
halftime, yeah.
at halftime. And it's like, all it's going to take is Kansas City to play just like a little bit better. And all of a sudden, they're going to take this game. Like, it felt like one of those games to where neither team really brought their best, if I'm being honest. It kind of felt like, at least in terms of raw
Offensively.
performance,
Yeah.
that neither team really did their best.
When San Francisco muffed the punt, I remember saying that Kansas Chiefs are probably going to win.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
you
when
cannot make those mistakes.
when
against the
Kansas
Chiefs.
City hit the punt and it went off the San
The
Francisco
foot.
guy's foot,
Yep.
yeah.
and then they scored. Next play, it took the lead.
You know,
that's when I was like, "This is the Chiefs."
as
game.
someone who used to be a 49ers fan, I really don't have anything against them, just I don't watch football anymore. I will say the 49ers have a history of that. If you
Yeah.
look back to like some of the last times that they were like either, well, not just in the playoffs, but like were a real contender, like when Colin Kaepernick was actually good for those like 2, maybe 3 seasons, it was the same thing to where I think there was one point to where there was a punt and the San Francisco guy went to go catch the ball and he just completely dropped it.
Yeah.
And was that in the Super Bowl versus the
I
Ravens?
can't remember.
It-
Maybe.
It was either in the Super Bowl versus the Ravens or it was like the one right before. I think it was versus the Ravens. I could be wrong about
about
that,
10
but the
years
point
ago.
is that they messed that up again. So this is not the first time that they've done that in a high leverage situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of been a consistent theme, even if like coaches and the like players themselves are different. It's
Yeah.
I don't know, it's turning into a curse.
They've lost 3 Super Bowls in the past 10 or 11 years.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Kyle Shanahan with him has lost every single one. Oh,
Well, with
0-3.
him, just 2.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
I
say, it
thought-
was
okay.
Jim or
Yeah,
Jim,
that's
Jim
right.
Harbaugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
He was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons when they lost to the Patriots. So he's
That's-
always gotten a lot of crap for choking.
So he's 0-3 in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
but 2 of them with the 49ers.
2 as a head coach.
2 as a head coach
Yeah.
as well. Okay.
Offensive coordinator for the Falcons.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Yeah.
Like
that,
for me ever.
That still makes me sick.
They were up
28 to
3
3 with like 6 minutes in the third.
That's so.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you other than they
It-
wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
Right. It
Tom
was an
Brady's the
11
GOAT.
on 1
It was
game.
100% Tom Brady. It was amazing how he snapped himself the ball, ran all the way back,
played
threw it down the
defense.
field.
Yeah.
He caught it himself every time for a Hail Mary. He did the extra kick by himself. It was amazing what he was.
You know
able
what
to do.
makes me feel a little better about that whole situation? Tom Brady has come out and said that he thinks he's overrated.
Really?
Oh, really?
Like a few years ago, he's like, if it wasn't for the system I was in and the, whatever around me, he's like, I might not be as good with another team. At least he knows.
As long as he knows.
He's self-aware.
That's all I'm saying.
People always look at stats and points and whatever, but it's
Ready?
It's a team game.
Right there.
That right there.
Yeah.
That right there.
Right
Because
there.
okay, think about this for instance. 28 to 3. Let's just think about this. What does that mean? Okay. That means the Patriots are down. Their offense has sucked. Their defense has sucked. Then they turn it around. If the offense played well, they could still lose the game by the defense sucking.
Yeah.
So they both had to play better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if they know this, but Tom Brady is not on defense.
You know what I've never understood? This doesn't happen every time, but like, let's say you're up that big,
Yeah.
and you know, okay, the offense is probably going to have to take shot plays, meaning they're going to throw it downfield.
Yeah.
So the defense gets into a formation or defense that just only protects the deep stuff. So what does the offense do? They throw 5-10 yard passes and end up getting 20-something yards.
Yep. Over and over.
If I remember right, that's kind of what the Falcons did. Like, you're doing something right. Don't switch it up.
Right.
Especially if they're just having success. Like, that is just, I
That's
cannot
terrible.
believe it.
Or they'll blitz like Tom Brady under pressure. Not as good. You got to send the blitz on them,
Yeah.
right? Then all of a sudden they're up and they're like, okay, let's just rush like 3 guys. And
Yeah.
let's all just drop
Yeah.
back. Like,
Just do
why?
what you were doing.
Yeah.
You don't need to change anything up.
It was
And
working.
then I saw something on Instagram or something. There was like Falcons fans that were just in the comments talking about it, and they were just like, if we would have just ran the ball. Apparently, they just got pass happy, I guess, and we're trying to put up more points instead of running the ball and chewing the clock.
Yeah.
Like, I would never, if I was on that team, or if I was just a fan, I'd have a heart attack.
Yeah.
If you were in the city of Atlanta at that time,
Yeah. I was telling the people I was watching the game with, if my team ever made it to the Super Bowl, which they won't, but if they did, like, I could only watch that with maybe my dad, no one else, because you don't want to be around me. If I would literally have a heart attack. I was getting nervous. I didn't even have a dog in the fight.
Yeah.
I was getting so nervous.
well,
watching
that's good.
that
What are we,
Super Bowl.
Michael Vick?
Well,
Oh, jeez. Good one.
yeah.
But dude, my dad told me when we were watching that, I remember it vividly. I was standing in the living
Falcons
yeah,
game?
Falcons game. And my dad was watching, he's like, Patriots are still gonna win. I'm like, how?
That's what
I'm
they
like,
did.
I'm like, you're wrong. There's no way. Because they were up by a lot. It was like 21-3, and I'm like, dude, now it's 28-3. It is not impossible, but almost impossible.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Yeah. The one I remember is actually the Seahawks game.
That one was
to
stupid.
where,
too.
well, that one, it was a lot closer, but I know everybody, head coach Pete
Carroll.
Carroll, thank you. I wanted to say Campbell, but that's not. He's a character in Mad Men, so that's not the same thing. But yeah, Pete Carroll, how he had Wilson throw how far away were they from the end zone?
3 yards.
3
too.
yards, 5 yards,
They had
something like that.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, they had Marshawn Lynch, and everybody was just like, "Oh, run the ball!" And they threw it and ended up getting intercepted. I remember we were hosting a Super Bowl party at our house when that happened, and I remember all
was
of
a
us,
crazy
and we
pick.
were casual football fans. Like we all enjoyed football, but none of us were following it that closely. But even during that, the emotion in the room was just like, "What just happened?"
Yeah.
How?
I remember. This is my story on it. I was watching it in the living room, and with my dad, and he started like getting ready for bed because it was getting late, and we were in separate rooms. I guess his TV in his room was a little behind mine, so I saw it happen and was like shocked. So I walked to his room, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? How did they do that?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, wow.
He's like, because he hates the Patriots too,
yeah, yeah.
and we saw it. Like, how do you not just run the ball? How do you?
Yeah, wasn't it like first down or
It was
second
like,
down?
yeah, and
Like, give it a shot.
what's I saw a clip recently. This might have been like a little promo on a football game. I feel like I saw this on TV, but they were talking about that play. And Malcolm Butler is the one who intercepted the ball, and apparently they just saw from film that the Seahawks really liked running that play in the red zone. So they game planned for it in practice. Well, for some reason, Malcolm Butler could not defend it all week in practice. Like, it was like
wow.
it's a rub route, which is like you have a receiver on the outside, and then inside the inside one is supposed to like rub up against the outside defender to kind of knock him off, making the outside receiver open. Malcolm Butler could not get around that receiver the whole week. He could not defend it, but he got it in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
That sounds like it could be like a movie or like a short series or something, just in that one moment.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. But this Super Bowl was a really good. The past few Super Bowls have been very entertaining.
Yeah.
We went through a spell, 2 or 3 years where they weren't that great. The past 3 years or so, they've been very good.
What
Was
did you
it-
get? Oh, you go
Sorry.
ahead.
The Patriots and the Eagles, wasn't it that game? It was
That
like
one was
really,
awesome.
I thought it was low scoring.
Patriots and Rams was. It was like
Oh,
17-3 or
that's
something.
what I was thinking. Yeah,
that
that's
one
the one.
was the most boring Super Bowl I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
that's what I was going to say.
The Eagles one was Nick Foles, backup quarterback. The Philly special, remember that play? The quarterback caught a touchdown.
Yeah, yeah.
That one was really good. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what do you guys think about the commercials this year?
Underwhelming. I didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to me, they came across as they were just trying to be as non-offensive as possible because none of them really like tried to promote anything or tried to do this or that. I mean, which is fine. Just it felt like they were so focused on that they forgot to make them like really entertaining. Because the only commercials I saw to where I like kind of laughed was the Arnold one. I thought the Arnold one was kind of funny. And then
Oh,
the one,
yeah.
and then the one with Christopher Walken, to where everyone's like making fun of how he talked. That one was kind of funny.
Did you see the one with what's the bald guy's name?
Zach
That-
Hood.
No, he was in Star Wars, or no, Star Trek. Sorry,
Oh,
old
wait, but the
guy
bald-
now.
It's not William Shatner because he's not
No.
bald.
What's his name?
I'm not.
I
good with
know who you're
names.
talking about, but I don't know the name. I would have to see his face. Shmev is.
I
Googling
honestly
said
didn't
man.
watch.
Bald man.
I only saw commercials like after the Super Bowl, just like rerun because I was focused on the
Yes,
game.
I know exactly who. Patrick
Patrick
Stewart.
Stewart. Did you
That's
see
right,
that
Patrick
commercial?
Stewart.
I don't think so.
It was freaking stupid. It was like him and Tua, the Dolphins quarterback, and like a few other people, and
Maybe, I don't
they
know.
were like, I don't even know why they. You know that Hey Arnold character?
Yeah.
know Hey Arnold?
I think again. Shmev is googling everything. I think I remember
This guy right here.
Oh
Arnold.
yes.
They were throwing him like a football.
Oh
over-
yeah, I
over
remember
a
that.
cliff.
yeah.
What the crap was that?
Yeah, I remember that. I watched
Yeah,
that.
I
one.
don't know.
That was
Yeah.
just strange.
But the commercials to me, they were just really forgettable this year. There just wasn't.
they used to be a lot better.
They used to be, and I feel like such an old man saying that, but I genuinely remember like watching the Super Bowl when I was like 12 or 13 and loving all the commercials.
Yeah.
And then now I watch them, I'm like, these are stupid. And I'm like, maybe it's just like biased or like I'm looking at it through like tinted glasses with nostalgia or
Yeah.
whatever else, but they genuinely seem worse.
I was in a apartment with about 8 other girls and 1 other guy,
Oh,
and
a little bit outnumbered.
it was a little hard to watch the game sometimes. 'cause
Yeah, let me
they
guess.
were just loud
Chiefs fans.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift fans, aka Chiefs.
Well,
Every
you
time
watched
they're
the
like,
Super Bowl
"Oh, there she is!"
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like just misery. to
It
me.
was. I'm glad I had that other guy in there
Yeah.
with me because we were trying to have as much fun as we can. They were so loud sometimes. We were just like saying anything we wanted to see if they could hear us.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. But
We're
there was
gonna
one
get a tattoo.
there was one time during the game, like late in the game, and this girl turns to me and she said, "Who is that number 15 that always has the ball?" And I had no idea what to say. I just went,
Patrick Mahomes,
Are you serious?"
who always has the ball.
And she was like, "Yeah, who?" And I was like, "Patrick Mahomes." She's like, "Oh." I'm like,
So she's not a Chiefs
the
fan.
the
She's
entire
not a
game you're
football
watching this, you're
fan.
hearing the commentators talk about him. You have no clue.
That's really funny to me. That's like when you hear people say like, "Oh, who's your favorite NFL player?" and they'll say like Kobe Bryant. Like they'll say things like that, and it's like, well, I guess you tried, kind of.
He's a pro.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
No, oh,
My mom.
yes.
She likes Taylor Swift.
Okay.
We'll forgive her.
She my family has a history of watching football
Yeah.
for years. My mom never, ever has cared about football.
Until now.
Doesn't give a crap about football. Until now.
Yeah.
I mean, weren't the ratings for this year way up?
Probably.
Oh, it was the most viewed thing on TV since the moon landing.
No, I know it's insane, and it has to be because of Taylor Swift. Because you're
Oh,
not
it
telling
is.
me that. I mean, the football itself. I mean, it's good, but it's always going to be like we've seen stuff like this before. It's not like the talent was like crazy different or once in a lifetime something. It's Taylor Swift, and you're not
Yep.
telling me that all these people were gathering to watch Usher. That's another thing.
That was
I am. Who was asking for Usher to do the halftime show?
yeah,
They showed so many musicians in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stand at the Super Bowl, and I'm like, they would have either been better, they would have been more relevant, they would have been more better and more relevant. I'm like,
Yeah.
why did you not get any of these other people to do the Super Bowl? Instead, they had Usher, they had Alicia Keys, who I thought was good, but she didn't really seem to be all that good. You had Little John, Mr.
Ludacris.
Yeah. You had Ludacris
Ludacris.
with a huge afro,
Oh,
which
man.
I didn't realize he had the afro like that, but he had the huge afro, and I'm just like, this would have at least made sense whether or not you like them or not 20 years ago. This Super Bowl performance should have taken place in 2004, not 2024.
someone I was
Who
watching.
asked?
Someone I was watching the game with because Post Malone sang "America the Beautiful."
Yeah.
They were like, it should have been swapped. Like Post
Oh,
Malone
yes.
should have been the halftime show,
Oh.
and maybe Usher, or someone like that, should have sang. It should have been
It
swapped.
had to have been for cost, right? It must have been like it was just
Probably.
like way cheaper.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
when was
Post
the last time
Malone
Usher was
did a
relevant?
fantastic job with "America
Yeah.
the Beautiful." But you need to listen to it after. It's
I
really
need
good.
to. I never really got to watch a lot of the game because, well, no, that's not true. I didn't see the beginning. I saw kickoff all the way through like mid of the third quarter, but then I was already tired and I had to get up at like 2 a.m. or for work or
Did you
whatever.
finish the game?
No. No, I left at like mid third quarter because I was like, I really want to watch it. I know it's a close game, but I'm like, I literally can't. I have to get up at like 2 for work.
Yeah.
So I had
That
to
was
go to bed.
smart because it went into overtime. So
Yes.
It would have been yeah, it was a very, very
I would have
long
had to
game.
pull like an all nighter at that point because that
Yeah.
point it's like, oh, what am I going to do? Get an hour of sleep?
But Patrick Mahomes is amazing.
Who is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's that guy?
Number 15 that always has the ball.
yeah. But
Oh, darn.
he's gonna be better than Tom Brady. He's gonna be known as. He's only 28 years old.
Yeah,
He's gonna be known as the GOAT.
yeah, he's
one
always
day.
doing that finger whipping.
Yeah.
Every time the head's tilted, the hands
Yeah.
up. He's walking like this.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's
I mean, he threw one of the best passes I've ever
That-
seen, which of course it
I
amounted to
screamed.
nothing. Of course it
I-
amounted to nothing, but that was one of the best throws I've ever seen. It could not have been any more pinpoint perfect.
he threw that pass, and like I said, I was in a room with like 8 other females and one guy. So like most of the girls were just watching for Taylor Swift. They had no idea what was going on. He threw
don't
he
even know
threw
how the
that
game works.
pass on the left side of the field across the other side, 50 or 60 yards. And he completed it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Everyone was like, "What?"
Everyone's
Look
like,
at that.
everyone's just like, did I miss Taylor?
Like that is probably the best throw I've ever seen in my life.
That
was
was-
insane.
That
Y'all don't
was
understand
a
how hard that
phenomenal
is. Because not only was it 50 or 60 yards downfield, it was across the field, the other side.
It's hard to do that at 10 yards.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that is no. Tom Brady's never doing that. Peyton Manning's not doing that.
Yeah, no, that was.
It takes special talent to do that.
Yeah, I don't know how he. When I saw that, I was watching it just with my parents, and even just me and my parents were just like, "Oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
was great!"
Yeah.
like we all knew that we were just like, "Dang, that was a phenomenal throw."
And what you said about like watching history, like the Chiefs won this.
Oh, yes.
I kind of after they won, I know you wanted the Niners to
I
win.
understand.
I was like, you know what? I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Like that is back-to-back Super Bowl champs does not happen much at all, and they have a chance to three-peat,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I don't know if I really want that or not. But if they won, that'd be the first time ever.
I'm gonna
Like
say-
and for like a small market team like Kansas
Oh, yeah,
City,
it's really
to
cool,
be this
actually.
good. I
great.
like that.
Yeah,
like
'cause-
I like this dynasty.
it's kind of fun to see a dynasty that's not New York or L.A.
Right.
Because those of
Missouri.
it's kind of cool to just see Kansas City of all places. It's really unique because they haven't really had a lot of other success in team sports. I mean, you look at baseball, they had one World Series in 2015, I believe. But outside of that, they haven't done anything. They don't have basketball. Well, not NBA. They don't have hockey. So it's just between those two teams for majors.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's not great. And even Missouri, I feel like in college, Missouri college stuff, they haven't really
Football
done too much.
was good this year, but other than that, they're not.
Well, I mean, the football is good. It's not great, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You kind of have to be a Kansas.
They'll have a good season here and
Yeah,
there.
you kind of have to be a Chiefs fan if you want anything. Plus, I've kind of turned into a little bit of a Patrick Mahomes fan.
Oh, me
just
too.
in the sense that he actually seems like a decent guy,
Yeah.
and just the talent that he
Kermit.
has. I'm like, you know what? What? I didn't hear you say.
Kermit.
Oh, Kermit. Yeah. But no, he seems cool with that. Although one thing I want to talk about, because I know that he made the news a lot, especially after the interaction with his coach,
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Yes.
It is what it is. It should not be this whole thing. Oh, he needs to be fined, and he's such a bad guy. Y'all, it's the freaking Super Bowl.
Yeah, I get that.
I would say, what was, because even though I think
He
I know,
ex-
what was he yelling about?
He explained it on his podcast. My thing is God, it's the Super Bowl. This is what you work the whole season for, your whole career for.
Yeah.
And he said it was not a whole thing of I'm not getting the ball. It was more of a thing of the offense was not doing crap the first half. They weren't.
Yeah.
And
No.
it was after that fumble in the red zone.
Yep.
And he had a lot of built up anger. And so he wanted to be able to make a difference. And he was out for a couple plays. So it wasn't him mad at Andy Reid. It was him frustrated with the whole situation and basically telling Andy Reid, put it on me. Put the pressure on me. Let me either, win us or lose us this game. And second half, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce went off.
He did, yeah.
Andy Reid, he put it on his back. That's to me, that's nothing. He should not have bumped him. Sure,
Yeah.
there's better. He said there's better ways to go about it. He regretted it, but it's the Super Bowl. I get it. He is passionate. It's the I keep saying it's the Super Bowl. I don't think it's a big deal at all.
He didn't pull a
I get
Pedro
both
Martinez.
sides. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about with
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
To where he just threw the other manager, he grabbed his head and just threw him on the ground. It wasn't that.
And
Yeah.
and Kelsey said he's Andy Reid has checked me before too, kind of bumped him or
Yeah.
whatever. It's just different people have different ways of being intense and showing, passion or whatever. And Andy Reid, he didn't flinch. He just sat there and took it. I mean, he understands. He's been with Kelsey his whole career. It's they've won 3 Super Bowls together. There wouldn't be, who said it best? Jason Kelsey said, he's you're not going to be the best tight end in the league if you just sit around and,
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what he said, but how intense Kelsey is. You're not just going to sit around and have no intensity and be the best tight end in the league. You have to want it bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big deal at all, y'all. It's not.
I get both sides. I don't think he handled it very well, and it is kind of it's too much
Heat
and
of
it's
the moment
disrespectful, but it is also the Super Bowl and it's the heat of the moment type
Yeah.
of thing. It's not. He shouldn't have done it. It's
Yeah.
not good. It's not the best look.
Jason, his brother, said on that. He said it too. He's you should not. That was crossing the line.
That
You
was
shouldn't.
definitely.
And
crossing
Travis
the line.
said, yeah, it was. But also,
But I think some people would do a lot worse in that moment.
yeah.
They don't realize the pressure.
And it wasn't a push him like that.
Yeah.
He didn't even mean to. He just got close to him and just happened to.
That's the other thing. So it's super loud. You're
Yeah.
gonna be yelling to
Exactly.
get your point across,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to get close.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it closely, but I don't know how much of it was really a a chest.
He was
bump.
just in his ear. That's all it
Yeah,
was.
and he was
Yeah, it
mad
was-
and yelling. I don't know.
Well, plus
It's
part of
whatever.
it is that it was wrong time at wrong place. Where not only was it in the Super Bowl with cameras there, it was in apparently the most watched thing since the moon landing.
Yeah.
with people in
Yeah.
your face and all that. Plus, everybody knew Travis Kelsey going in. And I think there's an argument to be made that more people know who he was going in than Patrick Mahomes or anybody else.
Yeah, that's-
because that he's dating Taylor Swift. So I feel everybody. No, but no, but I think that everybody knew who he was, or most everybody. So I think the fact that it was arguably the person that everybody knew the most on that field did that when he's in all, because he's the most famous now that he's ever been. In all honesty, I think that he's ever going to be. Hot take, but I think
Probably.
so.
I mean, he had 1 catch for 1 yard in the first half.
Oh yeah, he was. I mean, well, it
Like,
wasn't
I would
all
be-
his fault.
I'd be upset,
but,
too.
Yeah, it wasn't all his fault, obviously. But I mean, he could have been not on the field at all, and he would have contributed just as much.
Yeah.
Like he did nothing the first half.
Yeah.
But
And
you're
what
right,
did
that second half he did great.
Coach Reed, he let him have his opportunities, and they won the game.
Plus,
And he
how-
was a big part of it.
How long has Andy Reid been in the NFL? Because I mean, he's been doing this long before the Chiefs. I know he was with the Philadelphia Eagles for a
years.
while.
I mean, he's like 66. I mean, he's been in the league a long time.
Yeah, like at least 20 years or so.
Probably
It has to
more.
be minimum. Yeah.
He's an old geezer. He's
Yeah.
been around the block.
Yep.
You don't have a stash like that, and you can't take some heat.
Are y'all hot? It's hot in here.
I'm actually doing all right.
A little warm.
I'll keep talking. I'm gonna take this off real quick.
Okay, I'm doing all right. I have my Michael Scott hoodie on, so I'm very happy.
What?
Yeah, have you not seen it?
I have not seen you wear that. I don't know why I wasn't even paying attention to you wearing that.
Threat Level Midnight, the best
Yeah.
movie to have ever.
To not be aired.
Yes, exactly.
Officially.
It's the best unreleased film of my lifetime.
Yes.
I feel like that's fair to say. Shmev, how are you feeling?
Wyoming isn't real.
Did you get that custom made?
I had to.
Wait. You literally got a custom shirt that says Wyoming isn't
And I
real.
stand by that. Wyoming is not real.
So says the University of Wyoming.
Wyoming
Oh my God,
literally,
that was
commented.
amazing.
the
Can we
University of
talk about
Wyoming
that?
literally responded to our Instagram and said, it's not real.
The stage
speechless.
for this. They're like, oh, is it hot in here? Oh my gosh. This is.
I thought you were being serious with. Is it hot in here? I'm like,
I was-
no, it's a little warm.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were
A little
being.
warm.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Okay.
not real.
I mean, they said it, so
So if we really bring back merch, this is 100% going to be merch that we have. Wyoming
This is-
isn't
where
real.
did you get that?
This
Amazon.
is.
Okay.
There's literally all sorts of merch about it.
Yeah,
I'm not the only one, Leighton.
I know
I joined a club.
you did.
I'm already vice
online
president.
I don't know where I visited before then. I thought I visited Wyoming. Clearly I didn't.
No, you
but I don't know where I visited. Did I visit Montana instead? Like I don't know what I did.
These mics are out of control. I need an Allen key to tighten them. Zach,
Alan.
we need you.
Okay, but I will say that is genuinely amazing that you
I'm
got
glad
that
you
shirt.
like it.
I love that. I kind of want one. I want that
It's
shirt
like
now.
$20.
It was $20. Can
And
you?
it's very comfortable, actually.
I was gonna say, can you send me the link?
You want
to
one
that
too?
Actually, should
Yeah.
we just put?
Do you?
I was gonna say, is it too much trouble to just like put the link like in the description of the video?
Yeah,
Let's
100%.
put
I'll
the link
find it.
in the description of the video so that way anybody watching this, if you want to buy the Wyoming Isn't Real shirt, you can buy it.
Dude, next time we go out doing something like, let's say we go to Top Golf or something, we all need to have matching shirts.
No, except we only do what
Wyoming's not
Schmev
real.
did though, to where we all have on like a hoodie or something else, and we're all like, oh,
And
it's
then
kind of
take it
hot, and then
off.
we take it off,
Yeah.
and then okay.
Then we're all matching.
Yeah.
We let everybody know except Zach, and then Zach is like, what the?
I'm just saying, it's not.
Okay.
I don't think it's far-fetched. I think it's,
You don't think
shush.
was-
I think it's like Colorado or whatever just blended into it. And they said 49 states. That's boring.
Okay.
What
that's
do we
actually
need
not
for
bad.
50? Let's just, pretend like this is a state
Yeah.
and Colorado stops, but it really is Colorado. Let's just call this perfect square Wyoming. A perfect square.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Idiots.
I I will say, I was a hater. I was not on board until the University of Wyoming themselves came out, and they were like, "Yeah, we're a front. We're not real. We don't
Yeah.
exist.
I need to.
We're not a real college. No
Yeah.
one goes here.
We need to get someone from University of Wyoming on the podcast. Cause
We honestly do. We just need to be like, hello, are you real?
yeah, I mean,
If
they
you are
commented.
real, are you actually in a place known as Wyoming?
I wonder how popular it like if people in Wyoming are constantly like, we don't live in a real place. You know what I mean?
Well, why people in Wyoming?
Wyoming,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
I will
But
say,
I know I like the shirt.
the shirt is fantastic. I now want the shirt. I mean, it is probably not my favorite conspiracy theory. It's one that I didn't even realize existed.
Yeah.
It is now my favorite.
Yep. And favorite shirt now too. So
I know I need that
comfy.
shirt. Honestly, I want
so if
that
you want to get
a
on the
hoodie.
bandwagon, I don't even know who's selling them. Just
Go to Amazon.
I just got it on Amazon, so go get one for yourself. There's a lot of options. There's like flags and stuff too.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's their flag? Pull up the flag for me.
Yeah, Wyoming flag.
Their state flag.
This mic is killing me.
I know this mic's killing me too.
Shmev is literally dying. Oh, flag ZFG.
Wyoming flag
It's a buffalo.
is a buffalo. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
stupid.
that's a bison. I hate to break it to you.
Is it a bison?
No. I mean, technically, but I always hated it when people are like, that's a bison, that's not a buffalo. Buffalo aren't actually in America. We have bison. And I'm just like, will you just shut up?
What about the Buffalo Bills?
That's in New York.
But that's in a. He said we don't have them in
Wyoming, it's not in
America.
Wyoming. Okay? That's in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just look at that, Evan. That is
Also,
a
the buffalo
perfect
in there.
perfect square. It
I-
literally looks like they have this map. Colorado has its shape, whatever.
Yeah.
They just went like this, cut it out, and went pop.
So
I will say, devil's advocate, how do
No.
you explain that with Colorado?
yeah, I was gonna say, is Colorado not real?
It's the same shape.
well, no, Colorado really. It's like it looks like a box, but in reality, it just kind of goes up like that.
It's two boxes stacked,
Yeah.
a little over.
Like if I could take Wyoming out and show you, it's kind of
Okay.
like it's almost like an L
it's almost
shape.
like Utah except bigger.
Yeah.
Utah, but okay.
It just looks like a box because they just pasted Wyoming on top of it.
Okay.
So why do you think the Illuminati did this?
yeah,
I think it comes down to having 50 states, and
It just sounds nice. It's
it
just
sounds
like,
nice.
just kind of
Yes.
round up.
Yeah.
Okay.
do you think do they do any like testing over there, like government testing? Nuclear plants.
I don't want to look that up. I don't know.
Oh, I don't either.
I mean,
don't know.
I think they do
They
that
have
sort
this
of
thing
stuff
called
in.
Yellowstone,
I mean, I've gone there. The stones weren't even yellow.
but it's if Yellowstone is real, it's in Colorado.
so the lizard
Yellowstone is
people-
real. That is real. I've
Yeah.
been there, but I'm not. I won't say that about Wyoming apparently. But again, it's false advertising because the stones aren't yellow. It's messed
Oh,
up.
See,
I think the lizard people decided 49 is a bad number, and they added it.
it makes us look better.
Is this all the
does.
work of Mark Zuckerberg?
They made it.
Yeah.
They made the stars symmetrical on the flag.
Yeah, because if it was 49, that'd be
It would
trash.
be off. Yeah,
Yeah, it'd just be trash.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can't deny I've got,
I will say, what I'd be
Evidence?
interested in
Yeah.
is if we got a 51st state, would they then be able to be like, okay, yeah, guys, joke's over. Wyoming isn't real because now we have our official 50.
They might.
If we get a 51st state.
I think they might do that.
What would be our 51st state?
I don't know.
What would we call it? Is that what you're saying?
Drew, what would it be?
Like,
Swift.
does
Like
it have
what
to already,
territory?
like- oh, what?
Oh,
Like, do we
Part
take
of
part of
Cali.
Canada or?
maybe split Cali in half.
I think some of the
Texas?
Canadians would,
They'd be all right with it.
they'd be okay with it.
Or just make Canada a state.
yeah.
That is ginormous.
We just call it the Cold City,
The Cold City.
Cold City.
and
Okay.
it's just a big city of cold stuff.
That would work.
What's in Canada, really?
I mean,
been to
maple
Canada?
syrup, hockey. I have been in Canada. The French.
Oh yeah.
The French Canadians. I've heard of those.
Yeah, no, there's
It's like a hybrid
snow,
breed.
maple syrup,
Is that appropriate
Canadians
to say?
hockeys. I said Canadians in hockey, but Canada does have Canadians.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a really interesting race. Is it? Is that what we're going with?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the thinker man.
Did you hear about the female that broke a record recently?
Taylor Swift,
That's what I was thinking. I was
female
like,
basketball player,
Yeah.
oh, I have not heard.
WNBA.
Caitlin Clark. You ever heard of her?
Nope.
Dude. You haven't heard of Caitlin Clark?
No.
Is she in the WNBA?
Dude.
Is she good?
She's in college.
Oh, college.
Plays for
Okay.
Iowa. She just broke all-time women's college basketball points record.
Really?
Oh, wait.
And-
Can I guess before you officially?
Yes.
Or I'll just look away. You can Google it, but I just want. Okay.
I would say
Can you at least tell me? Is it over or under on 100?
100.
it's definitely under 100.
Okay. Well, I'm just because the male basketball record is like 138.
That's
or
barely
whatever it
even
is.
real.
No. I'm career point record.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. So way more than 100.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
was
I'm now
thinking-
following. Okay. I thought you meant in a game.
No.
Okay, that makes more sense.
She's
That's why
a-
you gave me look like
Yeah.
100.
She's a senior at Iowa.
I don't
I'm-
even know what an average amount when you think
I'm
of
gonna
it in
go
a
with-
year.
It's in the thousands. I mean,
This might be way too low, but I'm going to say 16,782.
way too high.
Oh, way too high? Oh, okay.
That's
4,782.
around here. There you go. 35-69. She scored 49 points the other night in a
Wow.
win against Michigan. Theo Vaughn was at the game.
Really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
wow.
he was recording it and stuff. She shot a
So we know Iowa's real.
dude. If Steph Curry was a female,
That's her.
this would be her.
Okay.
She is an incredible shooter. Let me find this video for you guys.
Okay.
Record breaker. The way she broke the
Record-breaking shot?
record was incredible. She's really, really good. In the
I guess we can watch it. We can't show you because copyright
just
reasons.
look it up.
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Good
She-
job muting it.
And last year in the women's college basketball tournament, she got really famous because she started like
Hey,
Sorry. she started just
This
going
is 3
off.
minutes. Let's go to the end.
Where's I want to see the way she broke it.
oh, darn. A lot of celebratory acts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
Oh. So she's just making them threes?
She's such a good shooter. Maybe it's around here. Yeah, Theo was at the game. He
All right. So, they're going down the court.
no, that's not it. She almost made that.
Oh, okay. I see.
I gotta find it. It's electric.
It has to be towards the end of the video, right?
Maybe it's before this, actually.
Oh, did she marry make it?
Yeah, here it is. Here we go.
Oh,
is
it's at,
that-
oh, okay.
Watch
It's at the
this.
very beginning, apparently.
This is the way she broke the record. Look where she shoots from.
That's pretty deep.
Oh, that
Oh.
is a Steph Curry shot.
That is literally
100%.
Steph Curry.
That's pretty lit.
She is so good. Like she's gonna go to the WNBA and dominate.
I hope.
Yeah.
Dude, that is really cool.
But what she look at how packed the stadium is.
Oh, yeah, no, that
Like
stadium
this
is pretty
isn't
packed.
this
That's
isn't
awesome.
to like talk bad about women's basketball or anything, but most of the time at women's games the stadium's
Yeah.
just not full. Iowa games, they are packed. Like it's
good.
it's kind of like how men's basketball games would be. So she's done a ton for women's basketball. And I think that's awesome.
I'm apparently carrying him to fourth in the country at
Yeah.
22 and 3. I mean,
Yeah.
not to, I mean, it takes a team, but to be fair, basketball is very star oriented.
Yeah.
I think that's the word.
I
I'm
would
looking for.
love to
Might be
see
wrong.
them win a championship this year.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, she's really, really good. So she broke the record.
Caitlin
That's-
Clark.
Yeah, she's
That's
it's
cool.
literally like watching Steph Curry as a female. It's awesome.
No, yeah, that shot was, it looked exactly like Steph
Yeah.
Curry. So imagine Steph Curry, but with longer hair, take a shot.
Yeah, and white,
Yes.
And shorter, and a woman,
and a woman,
and in Iowa,
and
and
in Iowa.
college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you do all of those things,
If you just
it's
change
exactly
everything
like
and
Steph
about-
Curry.
about maybe 13 years younger or so.
So the only similarity is that they shoot the basketball well.
They play basketball.
They play
they,
basketball.
they play basketball.
They're
They-
humans.
They
They're
both have
humans.
legs.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. And arms.
Well,
That
yeah,
can't be proven.
I thought that was pretty cool.
No, that is really cool, actually.
What have y'all been up to lately besides Super Bowl and work?
Got a big fat nothing for you.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, I guess I am gonna be gone all next week, but it's for work. I'm gonna be
yeah.
in Texas.
Ooh.
Really?
What part?
Where?
Like the middle of nowhere, Texas, basically.
Nowhere near like Dallas or anything.
No.
Austin.
I'm
see
flying into
Rogan?
Austin, but then I have to drive to actually get to where I'm doing. But it's for work. It's for work training.
You're gonna
Go
have
see
some good
Joe
food.
Rogan at the Comedy Mothership.
I will not have any time to do anything while I'm there.
Just
This
go
is
to
a
Austin
pure.
early.
This is a pure work to go to Austin. I'm flying Monday.
Well, drive. Skip the flight. Go
Drive.
now.
If I drive, you know what? How
Get
long does it take
tickets.
to drive to Austin from Nashville?
You're gonna have some good food.
Let me see.
Yeah.
So,
Evan.
yes,
You're
yes.
gonna have some good food.
I really hope so. I better
Evan.
have some good food.
Drudge.
Yes.
My
Yes.
dad's been to Texas. He said food is very good.
All right, so from Nashville to Austin,
I'm gonna
it
go 12
is-
hours and like 18 minutes.
Whoa, dude!
You suck. Shut up. Get out of here.
No, it's about 12 hours, 18
Because I thought it
minutes.
was gonna be like 12 hours and 8 or something, and
Yeah, sure you
you
did.
100%.
Just had to show
Yeah, no, but apparently the fastest way to get to Austin from here is you drive through Memphis all the way through Arkansas. You go through Dallas, and then you go down to Austin through there. So yeah, I'll just drive like the 12. In all reality, it's probably more like 13 plus hours. So I'll
Yeah, I
drive
ain't
like
doing
the
that.
13 plus hours.
I would never.
Go down there early when I can fly there in an hour and a half.
But you got to do all the checking in and checking out.
I'm
So
just-
at that
I'm
point,
not
you're at
bringing-
13 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, flying is definitely more efficient.
Well, especially when the company pays for it. But anyway, I have nothing coming up other than I'm going to be in Texas for work for a week.
These mics have a mind of their own.
They do.
Mine is I'm happy with mine. Mine is good. Yours is
I think they're hearing a lot of rattling.
What is wrong?
Yeah, I
with
was going to say I feel bad for the people listening cuz I feel like there's probably a lot
What
of
we need to do,
rattle tattle.
we need to unscrew this, tighten that with an Allen key.
You can. You
I've done it before.
You
I
got
just
it.
don't have the Allen
Layton's
key.
got it, guys.
Leighton,
wanna go
just
to the
become
store.
an Allen key.
I was hoping we'd have Zach on the pod and he could just.
Zach, we miss you, man.
We
yeah,
do.
man.
It's been a long time.
I haven't seen you in 2 months.
Just about. Yeah.
Now what
And
what
it
is
ain't
your
right?
I'll say this. Let's all go around the table
Okay.
as I don't know how close we are to the end of the episode, but let's all go around the table.
Least favorite
My-
thing.
Yeah, what's your least? I was gonna say, what's
bald.
your favorite thing about Zach other than his baldness?
Golly, that's hard.
I like how he's always late. it makes
Wow.
me
Just
Makes
turn everything to a
me-
negative.
it makes me appreciate the times he is on time. Those few in between moments where he's on time. It makes me appreciate those
Wow.
so deeply.
What a backhanded
I'm
compliment.
sorry. Let me think of a serious one.
Like, let me think of a serious one. 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Say it, but you won't.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry, Zach.
I don't even remember thinking about Zach. Everyone's silent where it's like, and that's the episode, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
what do I
I-
like about him?
I like his shoes.
Yep. I like his hugs.
Do you?
Yeah.
And his kisses?
No.
Really?
So
Just
you
the
have
hugs.
kissed him.
No.
I've seen. I walked in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Leighton's trying to be coy with it, but no.
Koi. That's a fish.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Leighton's trying to be pond with it.
I like that he's always down for a good time.
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Very laid back,
Yeah.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Except when he's not.
I like that he's like, whatever happens, happens. I wish I was more like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You like
Yeah.
his openness, which we learned that none of us are open.
Kinda more of like a, he doesn't seem to worry about things too much. He lets it be.
Okay.
And I like that. That make any sense?
Yeah, that does.
Like, he's more, just laid back and just like,
Like if we're going out, he's just gonna let it happen. Whatever happens, happens.
not really.
That's not what I meant.
I'm just thinking like he doesn't let the little things. He doesn't let the little things bother him.
Okay.
How about that? And I do.
Okay.
I admire that in him.
Okay.
That's my answer. Is that a good
By
answer?
the way, that is not at all what I was trying to say.
Oh. What are you saying?
I was saying like if we're going out, like kind of like don't let the little things bother you. It's just like relax. Like we're just gonna have a good time. But now that I'm saying it sounds a lot worse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sorry guys.
What's your favorite thing about Zach?
No, Zach, oh gosh, I could have a laundry list of good and bad. No, I'm joking. Or am I? No,
Mostly bad.
Wait, what'd you say?
Mostly bad.
Yeah, obviously, mostly bad. Yeah, I like that he's like his brother. You know, just everything
Yeah.
about. No, I like to have. I just kind of like being around him. I like his personality and what he brings to the table. I will say I like how he's able to roll with the punches. Like how
I love
it's
Buster.
not really. It's not really a secret that he's the one in the friend group that gets picked on the most.
Oh.
You have to have that one person.
Yeah, you have to, and he's a really good sport about it, and really funny with it. And he's kind of embraced it, and
Yeah.
he's good with that.
Remember that time that he was late and we gave him crap and wrote on the
I
board?
wasn't even here for that.
He looked at it and just turned around and he was so mad. And then, to make it better, of course, I started recording him. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, sure, just go ahead and start recording me."
I wish I was here for that.
Oh, that
I
was.
think
a
I
good
was in
one.
Knoxville.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fun.
he's fun to make fun of.
Well, that's one of the
In a
things
good
that you
way.
have some people to where you try to make fun of them, and they get
Doesn't
really
work.
offended, and all of a sudden they just start to hate you, and they don't see the joke or the comedy in it. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, I was just joking. Like I didn't actually mean to offend you. And with Zach, there's not really there's not really any of that. Or if something actually does offend him, then he'll say it.
Yeah.
And he won't.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, and he won't just be like, it's fine, whatever, and he won't be passive aggressive about it. So
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
he tries to get it off his chest if something's bothering him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I like that he's welcoming into his home, even though it's his parents' house. Me and Presley, the first time I ever met Zach's parents, y'all know this story.
Yeah.
We were just gonna go to Zach's house without Zach knowing, and the whole time I was like, Presley, we don't need to do that.
well,
And
because
he's like,
you're
"Trust
someone
me."
to where you very much
Trust
like
me.
to be invited.
Yeah, I don't like inviting.
And I'm the
myself.
same because I also
Yeah.
really want to be invited. I don't like just being like, oh, I'll just show up. I'm like, can I get an invite if
Yeah.
I'm coming?
Yeah.
And Press was like, "Trust me, yeah, I know his parents. It'll be fine." So we didn't go to the front door. We go to the back door,
Like a bunch of criminals.
and and I think it was his mom or dad was like, "Someone's in our backyard,"
It's wild.
and Zach's there, and he's like, "Oh," and that's how I met his parents. And Zach's like, "This is Schmev."
That is crazy.
That is an amazing introduction.
Y'all want to show up at his house?
Again,
We just
Uninvited?
show up at his back door.
Yeah.
let's get a ladder.
Get a
ladder.
and look
Go
into
in-
his room.
No, well, does he keep the window open? Sometimes he does.
Sometimes he does. Crawl
I don't
in.
think very often, but I think sometimes he does. So he keeps the window open. We just
His
crawl
dad's
in.
gonna come out with a shotgun and be like, "Who's breaking in?" and kick down the ladder.
I like.
That would be
Here's another
bad.
thing. I like how some of the things I find funny, only he will find funny too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like, no one else understands, but he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stupid crap. I like that.
Stupid humor.
I love you, Zach.
We love you, buddy.
Yeah.
We miss you.
We do
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not even kidding.
Yeah, I do too.
Like most of the time, I just say that. To
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I could. Ooh. I could use some Zach time.
Back. Oh, Zach time.
Zach time and back time.
Yeah.
He gives good massages.
He actually
Oh, there's
does.
another thing.
Yeah.
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 What else?
What we like about Zach. Title of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Super Bowl recap. Wyoming is not real, and
And what we like about
what we
Zach.
like about Zach.
Wyoming is not real. In parentheses again.
Parentheses again. Like it thought
we
about
already
being
titled
real,
it
and then
that.
oh, it's not real again.
yeah.
It's like if they made Pluto
Part
a planet
2.
again.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
should make Pluto a
I
planet.
feel
mean,
so,
come
dude.
on.
Pluto got
Disrespect.
screwed over.
I
Okay,
feel bad for
it
him.
did. I'm
All the
sorry,
people
but
there.
just
Got a lot of feelings.
I am very passionate about this. It is very stupid. Oh no, it's a dwarf planet. It's like wow, way to discriminate.
It was literally my favorite planet as a kid.
Oh man.
And
Not even
that's-
Earth.
Not even Earth.
No, why
And-
would Earth be your favorite?
And when I was a
basic human?
kid, like this was like before they announced it. You know, I still thought it was a planet.
Yeah.
And then they came out and like, no, it's not a planet. I
It's a
felt
star.
I felt hated,
Yeah.
hurt. Right
People,
here.
I hate you.
Yeah,
Like people
yeah.
were like, I hate you because
Yeah.
Pluto's not real.
Yeah. I couldn't stand it.
That's some good logic.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking. But I
No
didn't
way, I
like
get
it.
Yeah.
I was upset.
Yeah.
So I hated NASA or whoever decided. Who did decide?
I
Wasn't God,
I
was
don't
it?
know who was in charge of those decisions.
I
Actually,
can't remember if God
heard-
announced it or.
I heard there was just an explosion.
Yeah.
And then someone just decided, nah, that's not a planet
Yeah.
anymore.
All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead. I have to pee, so that's a good
Yeah.
sign of. All right. I think it's about
I do
time.
too.
Let's end it with a bang.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back next time. It'll just be us again. So we'll
Sorry.
figure out something to do for you. Once again, Wyoming is not real. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let them know because this is big news.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know about it lately. University of Wyoming even said it. So get our Instagram, look at that, comment, and screenshot it. Let them know.
I got one thing to say.
Yeah.
If you watch the Chiefs just because you're a Taylor Swift fan, you're not a real Chiefs fan.
No, you're not. Sorry.
I think they. I feel like they already know that.
Okay, good.
Wow.
As long as you know.
Especially if you don't even know who Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
is.
That
Yeah.
guy who always has the ball. Number
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Why do
That
they
is
always
funny.
give him the ball? They're
Yeah.
so selfish. Why don't they let everyone have a
someone
turn?
else.
Why does he
Yeah.
go up there, slap the guy's butt, and like, pull the ball out of his crap?
That's not football.
That's
They're
not
like,
football.
is this okay for children to watch?
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
little weird.
appreciate you guys. We'll see you in a week. And thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.
Yeah.
That right.